Silence the Shame is an initiative started by music industry veteran Shanti Das under her Hip Hop Professional Foundation. Shanti has suffered from depression over the years and has also experienced loved ones affected with mental health disorders. With Silence the Shame, she hopes to peel back the layers of shame and stigma as it relates to mental health. There are millions of people suffering, and they're afraid to speak on it. There's also a lot that needs to happen in the form of educating people about treatment, support, and care. Shanti hopes to spark a national conversation that will lead to increased awareness and funding to support those living with mental health conditions. Silence the Shame launched nationally in May and received over 90 million impressions on social media. The movement was also featured on several digital platforms, including Forbes, Essence, Black Enterprise, HuffPost, Blavity, and BlackDoctors.org. She has enlisted some of the help of her celebrity friends and colleagues to jumpstart the conversation, to silence the shame.
If you or anyone you love needs a hand, shine light on the darkness, speak on it, silence the shame.
What's up? I'm Takeo Spikes, and look, if you're not part of the solution, then you're part of the problem. Let's silence the shame when it comes to mental health. We gotta spark the conversations. Let's talk about it.
Now therefore be it proclaimed that we, the members of Atlanta City Council, on behalf of the citizens of Atlanta, do hereby declare this 5th day of May 2018 as Silence the Shame Day in the city of Atlanta.
Needed to say it out loud. I was like, I'm so grateful for therapy today. That's the assumption that, oh, well, I don't have no problems, or I don't have. If you are a business owner, if you are doing anything of good in this world, I promise you, you need to sit down with somebody or something just to recalibrate.
And make sense of it.
Just to recalibrate the system.
And it's a lot of teens out there that are suffering, I think, whether it's social media, bullying, this idea of perfectionism, like everybody feels like they gotta be perfect, everybody putting so much pressure on themselves. And people thinking that therapy is corny, and it's not corny. Like, I'm actually back in therapy.
I go every
and I know
week.
you, Friday at 3 o'clock.
Friday at 3.
I learned to fight for my sanity. We have to start standing up and saying something. Good. We spend so much time talking about foolishness. People are dying inside, man.
And then you see all of the, athletes that are coming out, Kevin Love, DeMar DeRozan, and even from Mariah Carey, and even, Kanye talking about mental health. Diddy's always posting about it. J. Cole mentions it, meditate, don't medicate, Right. So it's people that I think are out there trying to bring it to the forefront, and then it's up to people like myself who are just going to own this thing and own my truth, to really try to help and heal people.
A former music exec explains to get rid of the stigma, she started the Silence the Shame movement.
I didn't want to die. And oftentimes people don't understand that when they say, well, how could someone just kill themselves? How could they be so selfish? I just wanted the pain to stop. And I wanted to feel whole again. And I wanted to feel like myself. And so by the grace of God, my sister and my pastor and a friend of mine that I bumped into at a store just convinced me to get the help that I needed.
Literally, 7 years of my life have been a battle with depression. And I can't say that I'm all the way clear, but I'm in the clear.
And just thank you for allowing our forum and platform to be the one that you shared this most personal story. I love you, and I'm always here with you. I am still I'm fighting through it as well.
What I try to tell people is again, it's not that you're crazy, which is what I often hear. And again, we don't allow that word in our practice because I want to educate people that it's not that you are crazy, it's that your brain has changed.
Sure. Number one, we have to stop being judgmental. When you have that family member or Uncle Pete in the back who only comes out just for dinner, something might be wrong with Uncle Pete.
Right.
So we need to talk to each other more and be willing to listen and be open, you know, if someone has something going on. And because I think oftentimes we feel like, I don't want my child or my son to have anything wrong with them. So we're embarrassed and we want to keep up with the Joneses. Stop, slow down, listen, talk, and don't be judgmental.
Yes.
We want to take Silence the Shame around the world. Being mental health advocates, we want to produce a lot of other programs. We do a lot of mental health panel discussions. We provide mental health first aid training. And one day we want to open the Silence the Shame Wellness Center here in Atlanta.
You will open it.
We will open it,
Come
yes,
on.
praise God, right? To serve those in underserved communities that can't afford the treatment.
Awesome.
Once and for all, silence the shame.
Silence the shame.
Silence the shame.
I, Carrie Hilson, am silencing the shame.
Silence the shame. Don't be ashamed.
Start the conversation and silence the shame. Y'all pay attention.
Join us and silence the shame.